It was wild.
My wife slapped me. No. Slap is an understatement. She dazed me. You know the kind of slap that when they give you, your ear will be ringing. She gave me.
Oh my God! Was it that bad? I can't remember.
No. Yeah, but she can't remember. But after she slapped me, she realized what she had done. She was like, oh, sorry. But then from there, she still went to shouting again and screaming and everything. So.
Okay, we're back.
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Apologies on the last episode. It was a bit somber and calm. I think it was just based on what we were talking about. But we're back.
Yeah.
And this is the final part of pregnancy. And I think this, I don't say it's the most exciting part, but yeah, we're talking about
third trimester, basically.
Getting ready for the baby.
Preparing for
to receive
Bella's arrival.
The birthing
process and then postpartum, and being a new mom.
And postpartum. Sorry, what's postpartum?
The people don't care about you. Justice for men.
Justice for men.
Justice.
Right. Let's just get into it.
Okay, so preparing for Bella obviously has to do with shopping for her arrival.
Yes.
And one thing I wish I did was unboxing a box.
Okay, unboxing video.
Right, but a lot was going on.
So I think she'll probably just include a list.
Yeah. So actually have I was very intentional about it, right? So I have a very detailed list. I think I'll share it, probably a link to it or something.
Yeah.
Right. The businesswoman in me is, but no, I say no to that.
You want to do a workbook, have you?
The businesswoman in me is thinking of different directions.
She's like we said, having baby is not cheap. So 1K to get baby. I beg. Sorry. Hi. Alright, so yeah.
I'm very business oriented anyway, so yeah. Let's see this side of me. Right, so I made a comprehensive list of necessities, because being a first time mom, the tendency to shop impulsively is there. And the truth is, when you go to the markets, mostly markets, I don't know how people order these things online, because I want to check the size and check the quality and all these things. Being a newbie, when you go to the markets, it's even normal. It's not even about being a first time mom. Being a newbie generally, inside markets, people want to sell their markets. Yeah. Right? So even things they know that you will not need, they want you to buy them.
Yeah.
So
which is why it's better to go with a list, so you know what exactly.
Yeah, and going with a list wasn't even enough, right? I mean, going with a list helped me a lot. It wasn't a list I even formulated by myself. It was online resources, talking to new moms around me. There was nobody I came across that was a new mom that I did not ask. Even older moms, like, okay, what are the things? And I compared to, okay, this is what this older person told me. This is what this new mom told me. So I just, reduced it to a list of necessities. Yeah. And I still, even with that, I still didn't want to go to the market alone. So I got a very recent mom of 2 to go with me, and one of my other friends, single Pringle, my third wheel. I love you, Gbemi.
So everything, dating, proposal. I
can't wait for her to get married, because even if it is in Maldives, I'm flying there. Amen.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I went with 2 people, and we're able to select the products, what and what not to get. Like I said, I went with a list of necessities, so it really wasn't much of a hassle. I just needed them there. And when they gave me the price of everything, it was still a lot. I said, Kilo and Shelley, what's happening? What's happening? Right? So I was able to negotiate. The man was even angry with me, but I was able to negotiate and cut down like almost 100K from the total amount of money I was supposed to pay. Then fast forward to birthing.
So fast forward to birthing.
Bella.
We knew what time, like the estimated period, and they told us, expect 2 weeks before or after.
Guys, I couldn't wait for Bella to come out. I couldn't wait to just give birth and just get back to my normal life. But at the same time, fam, I was, well, I don't know to say I was scared. I was just so nervous.
Yeah,
because
it was a mixture of both, because prior to that time, oh my God, back pain. Oh Jesus, that was
heartburn. I wasn't sleeping.
Heartburn.
I wasn't sleeping.
Back pain. So all that, she was like, see, can this just be over? I remember even asking our doctor, like, can she induce herself, and said, no, you have to wait till, there's, anyways, that's by
and when we asked that question, right, it was
it's not 36 weeks. This is 37.
It was 30. It was 38. It was a few days before I gave birth. Actually, the Saturday before the Thursday that I gave birth.
So yeah. Then
let's just talk about how we started.
So just time. I have to stop for this. Anyway, so it started on Wednesday. It started on Monday-ish. I think on Monday we went out to get I wanted to give my book to some people, so I wanted to just buy something. So I dragged that out with me. So we went to get something on Monday. So
going out during festive period.
Oh my God, the queue. So of course it was Christmas period. Then the Wednesday I needed to buy more things, and she needed to buy some other things she needed the hospital bag was not complete. So we went together. So imagine we went to the mall. In the mall, we went to like 2 or 3 different shops. By the time we got to like the third shop, my wife literally was bending down. And even at the mall, they had to, give her chair. To like, please, sit down, Mama BG, So I think from there we went to church. Then when we were in church that day, I think as service was halfway, my wife just texted me and just said, see, I'm in so much pain, so we have to leave. So we left church that day. That was on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Then, so from that Wednesday, she's just been in this light cramps, till Thursday, or through Thursday, the same thing. Then Friday, like midnight and 3 a.m., the cramps.
It started by like 2 a.m. actually, because I just couldn't sleep.
Yeah, the cramp was so bad.
Restless.
She would stand up on the bed, stand up on the floor, up and down. And of course, I couldn't sleep.
You said I would stand up on the floor.
Yes, now. She get the point. So like she would just wake me up, and it was so serious. So by the time before it was 6 a.m., like the pain was so unbearable that she said, see, let's just go to the hospital. So luckily for us,
it wasn't unbearable, but anyway, that's something.
Yeah, it wasn't unbearable compared to what the pain.
But I was uncomfortable, and one thing is, I'm a very careful person, right? And one thing I always say is, you can never be too careful.
Yeah. Because
you don't know what's going on. So anything that happens, I used to go to the hospital a lot when I was pregnant. If I see anything or notice anything, I'm already in the hospital talking to my doctor, just to be sure that everything is fine.
Yeah. So she was just like, see, let's go to the hospital. Luckily for our parents were in town. I think they had a function.
They came a day before for a wedding.
They had a function to do in town, so they were around. So I think around 7 past 7, we just like, we're going to the hospital. Then I tried calling my doctor, that's another long story. Eventually I was able to get to the doctor, and he said it will be around by 10. By 9, he said, see, let's just go. Let's just go and sit down there. So when we're going, my father-in-law just said, see, just go with the hospital bags.
I was in pain. I was very uncomfortable. So I was like, see, don't worry. Let's just go to the hospital. It might be nothing. Let's just go. And the hospital is not far from our house.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if worst comes to worst, you can always come back to get this thing. So my dad was like, see, no, just get it. Because it's already packed. What's the point?
Then I remember a couple friends in bars already told us, they just keep your hospital bag in your boots. Just kind of up and down. So we just took the bag. We got there, they checked our vitals and everything. The doctor was around. So about 20 minutes or 30 minutes, the doctor came. I recorded the video when we were with the doctor. Maybe I'll show it. So the doctor came, then they checked her, and this was around 10:30-ish, past 10. He said
still in the morning.
It was in the morning. He says it was about just 2 centimeters dilated. So she was.
I think he said 2 to 3. I think 3 centimeters.
Yeah, 2 to 3. It wasn't beyond 3. She was 2 to 3. They just say, you know what? He was jokingly say, he was joking that maybe you just go home and come back. But said, you know what? Let's just keep us. So they checked her into a room, and he said we'll be back by 2 p.m. to check her again. Mm-hmm. So he didn't come back until past 3. Past 3 he came, then checked her. He said, she's just about.
I knew I was in for a ride when he came in and, I could still force a smile. And he was like, you can still smile. He said, nah, you're not there yet.
It's just the way they tell you about labor pain, but because you don't have any reference, you don't even know what's like all through that time, she was in pains. Like she was in pains. I think she had like maybe one contraction every 5 minutes or two every 5 minutes or
two
something.
Contractions every 5 minutes.
So she was so like the pain that she would squeeze my hand, she would shout and everything. So it's been a lot. Then when the doctor came under past 3, checked her, said to her it was about 3 to 4 centimeters that dilated. So he said, so I think gave her something to like induce the labor to like make the dilation faster.
And I think you missed out the most annoying part, right? I would not say the most painful part because labor itself was hell. The most annoying part was how they check how many centimeters.
Okay, I ignored it because I felt it's very uncomfortable. Funny thing is the doctor actually asked him to leave, and he had told us prior. He said, "Sorry, this is me more like invading your wife's privacy. So you can't be there. Like he told me you can't stay." So, and while I was outside, I heard her screaming inside. Oh, man, in my head, I was like, hey, God. But anyway, checked her again. Like, it has shouting again. Then it also said it's just about 3 to 4 centimeters dilated. Then they gave her something to speed up the whole process because this was already 4 p.m. thereabouts. Past 4
Then he said he was going to come back by like, I think.
So he said he'll come back by, he said he'll come back by 9. He said he'll come back by 9. Now, but from that time, so I think when they admitted that was like 4-5. From that 5 p.m., like once it was like 6, like an hour after.
It was before that, it was even less than an hour.
My wife went from 0 to 100. Oh my God! Oh, like the whole also knew
that something was happening.
She was, there's shouts. But there's this screaming that comes like,
oh my God, from your brain.
Throat. Oh my God,
your brain.
She wasn't just screaming; she was eating everything, everyone. There was this wooden blind. She would eat her hand against something like, hey, don't cut yourself. Like, and they had set a line for her. They had passed, stuff. She was still with the line, still with everything. She was just, fighting and, Anyways, we didn't talk about epidural and everything, but that's by the way. Of course, she didn't take epidural, but that's the talk.
Well, 2 factors. Like he said, I went from 0 to 100.
She went. Oh my God!
It was wild.
My wife slapped me. No. Slap is an understatement. She dazed me. The kind of slap that when they give you, your ear will be ringing. She gave me.
Oh my God! Was it that bad? I can't remember.
No. Yeah, but. She can't remember, but after she slapped me, she realized what she had. She was like, oh, sorry. But then from there, she still went to shouting again and, screaming and everything. So it was that bad. She kicked her mom. Her mom was trying to maybe check her leg or hold her or something. She kicked her mom. It was very dramatic.
And my mom wasn't helping.
Yeah,
oh my God.
My mom was helping.
So I was there. I was shouting. Wait, no. It's just even a commentary. So I was shouting, oh God, please help me. God, please, God, I beg. I was just shouting, oh Jesus, just screaming God's name, prayers and all of that. My mom now said, I'm so disappointed in you. You are not calling the blood of Jesus. Jesus Christ.
Like when you're in that level of pain, there are some things that, like you're not even thinking. And to say my side, I saw my wife in so much pain, and I think I tweeted this, and at that period, of course, I know to pray, like I would be praying and all that, but at that time, I don't know how to explain it. All I could do was I just had a playlist on my phone that had songs. Faithful you are, all your promises are yes and amen. And you're good Father. All I could do was just play the songs. Just put them on repeat, put them in my shirt. And the song was just playing out. And all I could do was just, hold her hands and try and just, I'm here, sorry and everything.
Rub my back.
I had to rub that back till she had bruises on her back from just rubbing it. Can you imagine how much rubbing that would have been? So, holding her and everything. And of course, I knew my friends were praying because I kept texting my friend. So that's not the time to really, you can't be so rational. You can't be saying, say it to be, because I remember, maybe the nurse or the doctor and the mom would say, don't shout, breathe, just say, that kind of thing.
And scream, it's not helping.
She just like, I'm like, babe, no, don't shout, breathe through your mouth. She's like, he's not helping. He's not helping. Oh my God. So, she would, because, and I don't blame her, someone going through that amount of pain. It's like, I remember.
See, it's like menstrual crowns multiplied by 1,000.
Around that 11, when we went in, you told me to Google, was it sitting posture or something for?
No, like what will help calm.
Yes, so we checked, we checked all those things, but when the thing eats, like all
it was working at first though, when I was about 3 centimeters dilated, 4 centimeters dilated. But you see, when the thing hits me,
she will get off the bed. Like, imagine having a line in her hand and a line through her private. Like she will still get down. She will stand up. They say, no, ma, you can't stand up. You have to be lying down.
Because the man was like, I should not stand up. I think he said so the drug will not fall. So he said if I needed, because he has to insert like a PO, in my cervix to dilate my I don't know the right words, but yeah.
Get the point.
So he has to put a catheter. I think it's catheter they call it. Connect it to my bladder and all of that. So I could not stand up. So I was just peeing in the bag.
Oh my God. My wife stood up. She would stand. She would push. She would kick,
I didn't stand up immediately. I actually stayed in bed for long. I think it was around 8 p.m. or
you were
past 9.
My wife.
That was after a while. That was after hours.
She would just get down and said, I understood because, of course, I don't understand anything, but it was easier. Like, it's just that thing where you just don't want to, when you're on your back, you feel helpless. You want to just be on your feet. And anyway, let's just cut to the chase. Then by 9:30, by 9 past 9, the pain was it was unbearable.
So I passed out.
I knew it was serious when she just passed. I just became
responsive.
She like this. I was scared though. It's like, babe. I'm up a splash of water. She just woke up, just shut and stuff. My wife eats water on her face. Even when she's straight up on anything, don't splash water on her face. She just shouts, yeah. The part was happy. At least she made you react or respond. So at that point, I called the doctor. I just said, like, where are you?
Like, he was just doctor, like, where are you? My wife alone.
Oh my God. Of course, there was a doctor with us, the doctor, like, checking and everything, but, like, the main gynecologist. And I just, where are you? Why is it like, I can't remember what I said, but I know I lost my call. So the doctor came just in a very few minutes.
So immediately he came,
checked her.
He was like, no, he was like,
just crying to theater. So, I changed. I wore this green and green. I think that's
mind you, at that time, I had zero energy in me.
Oh my God, she has zero energy.
Weak.
So they pushed her to the theater, even they had to like give her oxygen to like give her oxygen.
Yeah, because the doctor was talking to me. I was hearing what he was saying, but I couldn't respond because I was weak. She was so weak. At
that point, I was just praying and say, God, I took my phone, I just texted my friend. I said, we're going in, please pray. And I told them to also like update Pastor and tell Pastor. So we got in, then after they were set, the nurse and everything, too many drama. There was one nurse that was all in makeup. Oh my God, so many things happening around. Then then they told her what to do. They said, you're going to push, do this. They gave us some instruction, and those instructions helped. So I think first push, second push, third push, the baby came out, and
delivery for me wasn't that tough.
Yeah, the delivery was not as, even though like I knew it was a miracle because like she was just lifeless.
I was so weak, even to I'm just like it's good because I don't know how I pushed. I was too
she was
weak.
So like but then when the pain comes, she'll just put everything and go out the way. Then when I saw the baby, I understand why guys pass out, but
I kept on asking that, did you really see everything?
Yeah,
like, did you see what happened? Did you see the tear? Did you see everything? Because how are you still standing?
She had.
The fact that I still even had the energy to even take picture. I think I posted one of the pictures online, and people were like, "Oh, I even, I still finessed even to the end." I'm just like, people don't do anything.
So,
like, people don't know nada.
So when the head came out, I think even the umbilical cord was around the neck. So the doctor said, stop pushing. They had to,
I stopped,
and then they had to cut it and everything. Then she had some tears. They had to suture that. So yeah, a baby girl came, and when the baby came out, I saw the relief on her face. I saw the joy.
I just started shouting,
tears. Tears just came out of her eyes. Jesus. That was the moment. So I've been feeling. I remember texting my friend. I texted Joe. I said, Joe, I'm fighting back tears. Like I seen her in pain. This was back to like around that 7-8 p.m. Seeing her in so much pain, and I literally can't do anything than just allow her slap me or just squeeze. This thing she's doing, she was doing it all through. Like I wonder how my finger, how my like phalanges did not get crushed. But. That was, I couldn't, so I can imagine me crying when she's in pain and she looks at me. Like I had to be strong. I had to keep forming macho. But then after the baby came out, I was like, man, thank you, Jesus. Then said that. That was it. Felt
mainly she just popped. I just said for saying thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. That's what I could say.
So yeah, so that was it. We have to still be there for a while for them to like, fix her tears and everything. Then that was it. Came out. Came baby out. And are you crying?
Yes.
Oh. It was an experience. It was. No, I totally understand. Like, I totally understand. So that's the story. So yeah, so that was it. Moved out to the world, monitored the baby. So that's the journey. That's the story. So postpartum.
Yeah, postpartum. So I almost fell into depression after when I got home. So Bella was a big jaundice. She didn't stay under what's that thing? Under that light for a long while because it was very mild. It was very, very, very mild. And the doctor was like, it's really not a big deal. So the last night at the hospital, I didn't sleep at all. Right? And mind you, everywhere was paining me. There was no part of my body you touch that was not in pain. I was in so much pain, and then I was still bleeding. Right? But T had been through a lot. My mom had also, been through a lot as well. So I just let both of them sleep. So I was on attending to Bella, and she hated being under the lights so much. My baby is like me. She doesn't like heat, like at all. It makes her very cranky. So, the light being on her made her very hot. And she kept on removing her mask. So someone has to be awake because they use something to cover her eyes to prevent her from looking at the lights. So someone has to be awake, constantly watching her. And everybody, the person was sleeping. I didn't want to wake them up. So I had to, be awake all night after not sleeping throughout the day. So my body was paining me. My head was pounding. And we came home, the next day. And I don't know who sent me. So I had enough help, right? My mom was there and she was willing to help. I decided to let Bella sleep with my husband and I.
Oh, yeah.
So that's how we started sleepless nights immediately.
Yes.
Immediately.
First
and
3 nights,
yes, the first 3 nights.
First 3 nights at home, yeah.
So honestly, it felt like it was longer than 3 nights because I wasn't sleeping come day, come night.
Oh my God. Like I think last 2 nights, I just said, see babe, just sleep. And Bella will only sleep when there's body contact. So literally, I had to put her on my chest. And this is to say that sleep when your baby is sleeping. That is calm, because by the time your baby sleeps, you have to maybe clean up, or something.
Have your bath.
The food. Then by the time you're doing all that, your baby's awake because they sleep just in tiny bits. Anyway. We survived it, but we barely slept.
Then I haven't skipped. Yeah. I skipped a part. So, the whole breastfeeding brouhaha. in the hospital. So you're like, oh, she did want to call it out, call the milk out. This is that. I'm like, okay, no wahala. So I started to breastfeed my baby, and she wasn't latching well at all, and she injured my nipples, like both of them. Like, it was so bad. I was screaming. I was screaming when I was breastfeeding. It was so bad.
Like, it was obviously bruised.
Yeah. Like, pouring water on it alone was peppering me. So I knew, something terrible was going on.
Yeah.
And then I put, I didn't have nipple cream. I didn't even know where to get. I didn't even think there was even something called nipple cream. I didn't have knowledge at that time. So it was GV I put on it. If you know GV, you know it. I don't know how else to describe it. It's this indigo liquid that you put. It heals stuff fast and makes it dry. So I put it on, my nipple, and then it started drying, and then it was literally peeling off to show you how bad it was, right? But I was still being forced to breastfeed her. I'm just like, what more do people want from me? I was pumping. I just wasn't like directly breastfeeding her. And one thing I used to tell T while I was pregnant was, I want to exclusively breastfeed my baby. It was something I always said I wanted to do. So me not being able to do it, I already felt bad.
Yeah.
So the pressure coming from other people didn't make it any better.
Yeah.
And they made it look like, the grammars, let me be more specific. Made it look like I was suffering my baby. I was preventing her from enjoying liquid gold. I'm just like, this is not intentional.
Yeah.
Right. And even when while the injury was still there, I was still pumping. I was using my pump. And I was,
that was pretty uncomfortable. And which is, at the end of the day, everybody's different. And many people go to the point of causing damage and danger on themselves or their health or their mental health just in a bid to satisfy people, and at the end of the day they're not even now available to take care of the baby. So imagine she slips into total depression and she just ate her baby. We've seen cases of mothers,
because one time I was carrying her, and then I was crying, and at some point in time I literally just like dropped her and was just watching her cry, and I walked away. I was just like, I just picked her up because like she was like, you were the one causing pain in my body. So I totally get when women go through postpartum depression, and this is still the point of having support systems, not people that would make you feel any worse than you are already, but people that would encourage you and support. Like, what do you want a woman that is not lactating? What do you want her to do? Like, there's literally nothing she can do. So, and my baby will get frustrated just sucking nothing, and she'll get all fussy. And
so, anyways, I know that we're not saying everything, but anyways, you have enough. So it was an interesting journey. We had to keep learning. We had to keep modifying. We had to keep making decisions all on the go. But generally, I think God helped us. We had help. We had God favored us.
God actually came.
Yeah, God came.
God literally favored us.
Yeah. So yeah, that was it. Then Nemi came.
I feel like explaining the joke. So we got a nanny, right? And her name is Favor.
Oh yeah. That was it. So yeah, Nemi came. So how we got names? I feel that should be a different video. Should just say it. So when we knew that we were having a girl, before we knew we were having a girl, my wife was saying, let's find names. So she had,
I already had a list of boy names, girl names.
And she was saying, let's get names. I told her that I wanted to be inspired. Like, I don't want to just get a name based on our research.
You're just being lazy.
No, that's not true. Like this, no, come on. My truth's your truth. So, I sincerely, I wanted the name to mean something. So it's either there's a meaning or there's a message or there's like a prophecy over the baby's life, and I want the name to communicate that. So if like there's a prophecy or there's a meaning, then I can look for names that meant that, and of course sounded nice.
So how Isabella came to be, right? So he got back from the office and was extremely tired, right? He was half asleep, half conscious, half unconscious. So I was just like, oh babe, you still haven't given me a name for our baby. I'm not happy about it. And he said Isabella. I think
Without it,
he just said
like
Isabella.
I was.
So I wrote it down. Yeah, I'm just like, okay, Isabella. All right, so I wrote it down. He didn't even remember. So it was when we brought it up again. I'm just like, oh, it's only one name you've given. He was like, oh, he gave a name. One name is. And I said Isabella, and then we checked the meaning, and
Yeah, we loved it. We loved it for many reasons. The meaning, what it meant in itself.
And the fact that it has like 5 different, you have 5 different ways of calling her. You can call her Bella, you can call her Ella, you can call her Izzy,
And even Bella meant something beautiful in itself.
Yeah.
So then, of course, she gave other Yoruba names. I think there's one she's been saying, Modesiri. She's been saying that for quite a while. And Ewalua and
Dorothy.
Yeah. So, of course, there are many other names from grandparents, from great grandparents. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for hanging with us. You're wondering why we're tired like this. It's actually 2:34 a.m. Wow. So thank you for hanging with us.
That's for many reasons.
Yeah.
So I have Bella during the day and my mom has at night.
Yeah.
So this is the time we have.
If you're wondering, how come the baby has not cried? She was that grandma. So thank you. Make sure you subscribe. We have more videos coming. Please remember, ask your questions. Any topic at all. It's dating, relationship, marriage.
Even if you have more questions about pregnancy,
baby. Yeah, we'd love to. We'd love to talk more in depth about some specific things. So feel free to ask. We love you. Remember to subscribe, share, tell us all about this. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for watching this video. We are excited to tell you about our Patreon account where you get amazing benefits like the full uncut versions of our videos, personal Q&A content. You become part of the sample group to help make important decisions, about the content you put out there across all our social media platforms. You also have early access to, the content we intend on putting out before the general public does. But generally and most importantly, it is a way to help partner and support what we do. It means a lot to us and we know it does to you too. So thank you. So you can sign up to join the community by clicking the link in the description box. All right. Thank you.